everyone. So today I have this rather large package from Target to unbox. This contains my copies of the brand new SuperM album, Super 1. I pre-ordered 5 copies from Target.com. I wasn't originally intending to buy so many copies. However, I saw that Target had all of the different versions of the album, and I do have a Target Red card. So I decided why not and went ahead and pre-ordered 5 of them. The specs for the different versions were a little bit confusing, so I'm not 100% sure what comes in each version. That was another one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and get 5. I am also not happy with the way these were packaged. I haven't even opened them up yet, and I already know that because the package arrived to me like this, with one side of it coming open because they did not use enough tape, and you can pretty clearly see one of the albums like just out in the open, no bubble wrap or anything protecting it. So that's fun. But I'm going to hope that they're not too damaged, because I did see yesterday that apparently there's only one set of photo cards among all of the different versions of the album. So I'm really not looking to buy any more copies than this. And I really don't want to have to buy a replacement one because it was packaged badly. Yeah, there's absolutely no protection on these. So that's something to keep in mind if you're ordering from Target. Looking them over, luckily most of the albums don't seem to be too damaged. There's a couple minor dings, like that one there, but that very well could have been just wear and tear on the shelf. Unfortunately, wouldn't you know it, the one that got the most damage was the version I paid the most money for, which is the other US exclusive one. Yeah, that one has some structural damage at the top there, as well as this really noticeable bend. So that is really disappointing. Like, of all the ones to get dinged up, it had to be the most expensive one. But that is my massive tower of albums. These are quite sizable, much bigger than the Super Mini album that they put out last year. And I have not watched unboxings, but I am assuming that these are all going to have different photo books. Knowing how SM usually operates, I assume they will. I could be proven wrong though. From my understanding, there are 2 group versions of the album, the Super version and the 1 version. Those are these green and kind of peachy ones right here. And those have the regular covers, which I did not buy. And they also have special alternate covers, which are exclusive to certain US retailers. Those are the versions I bought because I liked those covers a little bit better. This one is the one that is actually the Target branded exclusive. I think that's the Super album. And then the green one, it was originally listed as being exclusive to indie retailers, but it was on Target.com, and it's on like Amazon and stuff like that from what I've heard. So I don't know what happened there, but this one, as I said, was the most expensive on Target. When I bought them, the Target exclusive album was on sale for $17.99. This one was $19.99, I believe, and the unit versions were $18.59. I imagine those prices will go down at some point in the future, but I didn't know how limited these limited versions were going to be, so I wanted to go ahead and secure my copies. And then there's also the 3 unit albums, which, again, I'm assuming are all going to have different photo books just with the members on the cover. And I normally wouldn't buy all 3, but wouldn't you know it, they took the 3 members that I collect in Super M and split them up into each of the 3 units. So there really wasn't one that I felt comfortable picking over the others. So that's why I ended up getting all 3. So this one is Taemin and Taeyong. This one is Kai and Tin. And this one is Mark, Baekhyun, and Lucas. And the members that I collect are Taemin, Tin, and Lucas. I would consider them my Super M biases. Taemin is not actually one of my biases in SHINee. Mino and Key are. But Tin and Lucas are my biases in Wavy. And I've said it before, but SM really were evil geniuses with SuperM, because I came here for Taemin and Taemin only, and I ended up standing Wavy and biasing Lucas and Tin because of it. So their evil master plan worked. These albums are super pretty in person. They've got this really gorgeous kind of metallic sheen to them. I don't know how well that's coming across on camera, but it's super pretty. The pictures online really don't do it justice. We've got this sticker on the front cover. This is SuperM, the first album, Super 1001, some SM copyright information, and then the 7 members' names: Taemin, Baekhyun, Kai, Taeyong, Tin, Mark, and Lucas. And if you're not familiar with the concept of SuperM, this is basically members from 3 of SM Entertainment's boy groups. They were kind of branding it as 4 last year when they weren't fully confirming whether or not Wavy were a part of NCT, but now that the NCT 2020 stuff is happening, and all 7 members of Wavy are a part of it, and Wavy is officially a unit of NCT, the 2 Wavy members just count as NCT members here. And they kind of already did anyway. Tin and Lucas already were NCT. Like, even if Wavy hadn't ended up being an NCT unit, Tin and Lucas were in actual NCT units as well. But Taemin is from SHINee, as well as a soloist. Baekhyun and Kai are both members of EXO. And Taeyong, Tin, Mark, and Lucas are all members of NCT. Taeyong and Mark most prominently with NCT 127. Mark is also a member of NCT Dream, and Tin and Lucas most prominently with Wavy, but they are both NCT U members as well. So this is one of the group versions. It's fine. This is Super 1, SuperM 001. It's got kind of this pixelated style to it, which is super cute. Very retro. And then the back cover, we have our track list, which has 15 songs, which is honestly pretty impressive for a full-length album these days. We have the title track 1, which is a mashup of the B-sides Infinity and Monster, Wish You Were Here, Big Chance, 100, Tiger Inside, Better Days, Together at Home, Drip, Line 'Em Up, Dangerous Woman, Step Up, So Long, and With You. 100 and Tiger Inside were both pre-release singles released prior to the release of the album, and Dangerous Woman and With You were both performed during SuperM's tour last year, which I was lucky enough to go to. Really grateful I had that experience now, especially. I listened to the album earlier today. It is a pretty solid album. I will say it does have a little bit of an identity crisis, in my opinion. There's some songs that are very K-pop, like 100 and Tiger Inside. There's others like One, which have a very bombastic K-pop sound, much like Dropping, but are almost entirely in English. And then there's a bunch of more straightforward English pop songs, more like what Monsta X did with the All About Love album. So I would say it's definitely worth giving the album a listen at least once, because there's a pretty good chance there will be at least one song on this album that you like. And I honestly wonder if the original plan wasn't to release this as one full album. I wonder if perhaps there were intended to be multiple SuperM releases throughout the year, perhaps one geared more towards Korea, one geared more towards America. But SuperM very clearly were a group that were meant to tour, and tours aren't happening right now, so I'm wondering if they chose to just push everything together into one album and promote the hell out of that instead of touring, since that's not a possibility right now. I suppose we'll never know. That's kind of the nature of the beast, unfortunately. But still really glad that we did get some more music from SuperM. I think it's a really fun idea. The members are all really talented, and I won't complain about having more music from them. Let's see, we've got this plastic cover inside. That's new. And then a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see what is in here. Oh, a whole bunch of goodies, it looks like. Oh, okay, seems like there's some photo cards in there. So looks like we have our CD holder, continuing the recent trend of CDs not being attached to the main photo book. There is our CD. And it looks like this is... Oh, it's actually another photo book. Well, that's interesting. Super 1. Let's start with Taemin. Bacon. Kai. Taeyong. Tin. Mark. And Lucas. Yeah, I really didn't look at any packaging spoilers, so I'm going into this pretty blind. So we have a postcard. And I got a group version, it looks like, which that is super cute. They look like a little sports team in their athletic wear. And then we have this, which I think has a photo card in it. And then a folded poster, which I'm not going to unfold because it's hard to show those on camera. So let me move all these photo cards to the side and we'll take a look at them last. I'm assuming this is the main photo book, which... that's a thick photo book. And this is just one version. Oh, this might be a really long unboxing, y'all. I was not expecting these photo books to be this thick. That is the cover of the photo book. It's Super 1, 001, SuperM. And that is the spine. So Super 1 on the back. I'll try to go through this kind of quick since it's so big. Got our track listing again here. Poor Kai is trapped in the craze, you can barely see him. Looks like this album is going to have this more sporty concept. So the lyrics for one, Monster and Infinity, and you can see, like just looking at it, it's mostly English. There's just like a singular line of Korean sprinkled here and there. The pages feel really thick though, which is nice. There was a handful of SM albums I had that had like thinner pages, which were really weird. Lyrics for Infinity. And Monster. I think I personally, as of right now, and I've only listened to the album once, so this could change, but I think I like Infinity a little bit more than One. And I think I like One a little bit more than Monster. But that could change. Got Taemin. Yeah, I like the design of this album so far a little bit more than the SuperM mini album. With the lyrics for Wish You Were Here. The SuperM mini had a lot of black and white photos, and I'm not a huge fan of those. I don't normally love the sports aesthetic, because I'm not very much into sports. I got the lyrics for Big Chance. But I think it's really fun for SuperM, because they really are a team of like some of the best idols from SM. Lyrics for 100. Got Baekhyun. So I think the athletic concept makes sense here. I like the design and the layout of the pages a lot too. Lyrics for Tiger Inside, which they premiered that at the virtual concert they did towards the beginning of the year. And I really liked that when they previewed it. So I was super excited when the studio version finally came out. Got lyrics for Better Days. Which is kind of a sad song. I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. Well, it's meant to be like uplifting and inspirational, but it's like serious. Was not expecting a serious song on a SuperM album, not gonna lie. We've got Mark Lee. Lyrics for Together at Home. Lyrics for Drip, which is a really groovy song. We've got Lucas. Lyrics for Line 'Em Up. Lyrics for Dangerous Woman. Then we've got Kai. Lyrics for Step Up. Lyrics for So Long. We have 10. And lyrics for With You, which I loved since I first heard them perform it on tour last year. It's such a bright sounding song. And the lyrics really hit differently now. We have... Oh, well, this is a little bit redundant. There's a section for English lyrics, like translations of the songs, but like you saw when I was going through the lyrics, most of them are in English, so this is a little bit redundant here. I do think it's neat, though, that SM does include that in the English press versions of the album. It's kind of nice to have official translations and not have to seek out fan ones. And we have our credits. And now let's take a look at our photo cards for this version. So in here we have an ID card, and that is exclusive to the US version of the album, I believe. And those are different for each version. There's one for the peach version of the album, one for the green version, and then one for the units. So those are 3 different sets. I'm not as fussed about collecting these cards as I am the proper photo cards. I got bacon for this. Oh, they feel a lot cooler than I expected, though. I was just expecting it to be normal photo card material, but it's like thicker, more like an actual ID card, to be honest. That's really cool. And then the proper photo cards, I believe one of these is a group card, and then one of them is the member photo card. So let's see, this is the group card. It looks like this is from the set of the Tiger Inside music video. I don't know if these are the same for every copy of this version you get, or if there's different ones. The member photo card, I'm hoping to get Taemin, Tin, and Lucas, as those are the 3 SuperM members I collect. Oh, I got 2 group cards. Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I was expecting. But I'm not mad about it. I think this is the group card that is specific to this version. And then the set of photo cards is 1 photo card for each member. And then there are a couple group cards. I forgot about that. That explains why I didn't have a member's name on the back. Yeah, I mean, I bought 5 copies of the album. Since there's only 1 set of photo cards across all the versions, there's still a chance I could pull my biases and the other group card. Definitely wouldn't be mad about that if that's how it shakes out. So let's take a look at the green version of the album. Again, this is unfortunately the one that got dinged up for me because of the bad packaging from Target. And the spine and everything are the same, just in green instead of peach. Same track list on the back. Yeah, I imagine everything's going to be pretty consistent with these. I'll actually look at the goodies last, now that I know that's what's in there. Go ahead and take a look at the photo book. I personally like this color scheme a little bit better than the color scheme for the other version. Judging by the cover, it looks like we're going to have some more casual outfits in here as well, which I'm usually a big fan of. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, these are definitely more streetwear outfits. compared to the other version. And I won't be naming each song this time, because I already did that in the first version, and there are a lot of them. We start with Taemin. Oh, these are really pretty. Taeyeon. Yeah, this is a really cool photo shoot so far. I think if I had to pick one version, I probably would have picked this one. Just because I like the aesthetics a little bit more. Mark. But yeah, I really appreciate that they have distinctively different concepts for the two versions. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. Got Lucas. Oh, this was one of the teaser photos that came out. And I honestly didn't pay a lot of attention to the teasers, because they put out so many, and I really had no idea what was actually going to end up being in the album, what was for like what version. They don't make that really clear. So I kind of just figured I'd wait and see what was in the album when it came out. Got Kai. I'm wondering if there might not be repeats with the unit versions, though. Because some of these outfits are what they're wearing on the covers of the unit versions. That would be a little bit disappointing, but I suppose we'll find out. Tin is just so gorgeous. Baekhyun. Kai. Oh, these were the outfits that were in the little booklet in the other version of the album, where the CD was. Interesting. So I wonder if the booklet here will have the other version's concept. That would be neat. A nice way to include a little bit of both. Okay, these pictures are so gorgeous. Tin's eyeliner, oh, so pretty. Taemin. And then this is peak Taemin right here, honestly. The icon that he is today. And then Mark Lee. Oh, I love that picture of Lucas. That looks like it could be from a magazine photo shoot or something. That looks so editorial. Oh, these had to have been taken forever ago, because Lucas still had his blue hair. Like, it's faded, clearly, but it was still blue. And that was, like, the tour last year when he had blue hair. Got our English lyrics. And a group photo. And then our little packet of goodies. Okay, so maybe I was wrong across the board, because this is the same group photo I got in the other one. So maybe those aren't version specific. I don't know. I'll look at the other photo card in a minute. Got another folded poster. The postcard. When I got 10 for that one, and I think these are version specific. That's really pretty. So glossy. Really nice close-up of Tin's face. And then our CD holder. Well, it has the same cover, so maybe that's the same. Just different colors. Okay, yeah, this is the same as it was for the other version. Then we've got our CD. And then for our photo cards, I'll get the ID version first. And I got Mark Lee for that one. I don't know if the pictures are different or if it's just the colors for each one. Then for my other photo card, I don't know if it's going to be another group card. I feel like it might be, since it just says SuperM on the back. Huh. Oh! Oh, these aren't the same card. Wait, yeah, they are. No, they're not. Oh my god. These are not the same photo card. I thought I got two of the same photo card, but I didn't. These are just slightly different. Oh my goodness. Is it the same as the other one? Okay. Yeah, these two are the same. But those ones aren't. Oh my goodness. This is also from Tiger Inside, I'm realizing. I kind of forgot these outfits were in that video, not gonna lie. My goodness. Well, hopefully I'll get some member photo cards in the unit ones, maybe? So now let's take a look at the unit versions. I'm going to start with Taemin and Taeyoung. Let's see how this goes. I like the blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so that's not really a shock. So we've got this really nice picture of Taemin and Taeyoung on the front cover. I'm going to assume, based on how they did the member versions of the SuperM album, that it's just going to have Taemin and Taeyoung's pictures in it, but that could be proven incorrect. Ooh, actually, it looks like it might just be Taeyoung and Taemin. That's fun. That's a really pretty picture. Yeah, they definitely seem to be unit-specific photo books. Which I kind of prefer to the member-specific photo books, not gonna lie. Means there's less versions. Oh, I love that picture. Oh, I love Taeyoung's pants. Those are fun. Interesting, though. This is definitely more of the green version album's concept so far. I wonder why they just did the sports one. For the peach version, it looks like. I definitely will say... Yeah, this has some repeated images, which I'm not in love with. So you definitely don't need to buy all 5 versions. Like, it's definitely something you could very easily pick and choose. Either just the group one, or just the unit that has your bias. But these photo books are a lot thicker than I was expecting them to be. That's so pretty. Yeah, I like this aesthetic a bit better. So I don't mind that this is the one we have more of. Oh! I take it back. Here we go. We've got the athletic photo shoot. I will say, I wish we had some photos from the 100 and Tiger Inside concepts, because I know they took pictures, because they released teaser photos for them. So that is a little bit of a shame, because I thought those concepts were really fun. But it is good that you do get a sampling of both concepts here. Both concepts from the physical albums, anyway. So, like, if Taemin and Taeyoung are your biases in SuperM, you can buy this version, be good to go, if you don't necessarily care about having a photo book with every member in it. Or you could just get one of the group versions in their unit, or both group versions in the unit. It's really up to you. But I don't feel like you're really missing out if you only get one version of the album, which is good. Because that was my complaint with the SuperM mini album, is because all of the individual member versions had completely different concepts from each other. So if you wanted to see all of the different concepts, you had to get all of the different versions of the album. I like that this one just has a couple concepts and then it shows you different photos from them in the different versions. That's how I prefer unit albums to be honest. And then we've got our goodies. I think this one comes with a unit card instead of the group card. Oh, we shall see. Oh, I do have a member photo card, because I saw someone's signature. Okay, so that's what it was. I just got group cards in the other versions. My one complaint is that the little photo book with the CD is the same for every single version. I would have preferred if this was where the lyrics were, instead of having it be photos and then have the lyrics take up space in the middle of the photo book. But that's pretty nitpicky in the grand scheme of things. And then my postcard for this version. Oh, I got Lucas's. Oh, so they aren't version specific. Are they? Because this is the one for the peach version, I would have thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw, when I was looking at the photo card specs, that this was version specific, but that may have been misinformation. Either way, I have pulled Lucas's and Tins, which is super fun. Now I just need Taemin's, and I will have my SuperM bias line complete there. So the pictures on the ID cards are different for different versions, because I got Baekhyun's here, and that is a very different image from the other Baekhyun. I feel so bad for people who are new to K-pop trying to learn the members of SuperM through SuperM, because they never have the same hair colors from one photo shoot to the next. Like, if you did not see the name saying that this was both Baekhyun, and you did not know Baekhyun yet, like, I don't know that people would automatically assume this is the same person, and this is in one album. I was lucky in that I already knew all the members of EXO, I already am a Shawwall, so I obviously knew Taemin, and I knew Tin, and Taeyong, and Mark from NCT, from just seeing them everywhere, from where NCT did things. So the only member I had to learn in SuperM was Lucas, and I ended up biasing him, so I feel really bad for anyone trying to learn these members from scratch, because, like, when I'm learning a new group, I learn by their hair colors a lot of the time, and you cannot do that with SuperM. It's not possible. So for the photo cards, oh, I got Baekhyun's photo card as well. That's really cute, with the little frog raincoat filter. Oh, that's adorable. And then, for the unit card, I'm gonna assume that there's just the one unit card for each unit album. And this is the Taemin and Taeyong one. So it looks like at least the photo cards are from the Tiger Inside set. So we do get a little bit of Tiger Inside in the album. And then our folded poster, which is Taemin and Taeyong. Well, you know how I said the albums weren't really dinged up, aside from that one version? So that was a lie. This is the weirdest damage I've ever seen on a K-pop album. Do you see the indents on the cover? It looks like someone had a piece of paper and was writing something down and using the album as the thing they were bearing down on. Now, I don't know if that's what actually happened, but that's what it looks like. And that's not cool. Yeah, I wasn't going to contact Target about the damage to the one album, because I doubt they'll really do anything for that. But I will be contacting them about this, because if that's something that happened like in a Target store, or like when they were packing the albums up, they need to not fucking do that. Because I'm definitely gonna have to get a replacement copy for this. I'm not. Mm-mm. Like, I can deal with dinged corners. That happens. Just from normal wear and tear. But, like, that is absolutely unacceptable. And that's not just, like, normal scratches. That is, like, deep grooves. And there's so many of them. Like, what the hell? I'm sorry. I've never seen that before, and that has caught me so off guard. Still gonna open this though, and see what my photo cards and stuff are. Because, like, I mean, I already had taken the plastic wrap off before I noticed it, so if Target tries to get me to, like, mail it back, I'm not gonna do that. But I do want them to be aware of what happened here, because if that did happen in a Target facility, they need to know that's unacceptable. Anyway, Tin and Kai, let's take a look at their photo book. I'm really excited to look through this, because Tin's photos were really pretty. Of course Kai is shirtless, as Kai is. I say that like Tin isn't also shirtless a lot of the time. But, you know, those are really interesting pants. Oh, that's a really pretty picture. Yeah, Tin is one of those idols that, like, even before I was really into NCT, I liked Tin, like, just from seeing him on the timeline, just from the little bit I knew about him. I thought he was neat. So I'm really not surprised at all that once SuperM happened and I was actually paying attention to a group Tin was in, that it was enough to make me seek out his permanent group and actually get into Wavy and buy his Tin officially. I just think he's really cool. And EXO, I never really was able to fully get into EXO. I like a lot of their music. I haven't listened to a lot of their more recent B-sides, but like their first couple albums that came out after they debuted, I really liked all their music at that point. And I'm sure their new stuff is good too. I just haven't listened to as much of it. But like I never really clicked with any of the members as a bias for some reason. So I think that's one of the reasons I never really stand EXO and why I kind of stopped keeping up with them over the years. I'm really sad that SuperM weren't able to have another tour this year, because I guarantee you that that had been planned. They kind of hinted at it at the concert last year. When they were saying their goodbyes, one of them was like, "It's not the end for SuperM, we'll be back." And I'm sure that was the plan. And then, that became impossible. But it is a shame, because when I saw them last year, I really was just there for Taemin, to be honest. And it was only after the fact that I really got into Wavy and really started biasing Tin and Lucas. I already liked them at the time. I wouldn't have gone to the concert if I didn't at least like all the members and the music. But I didn't really bias them yet. And now I do, and I'm just like, I wish I could have seen them again after I actually biased them. But, oh well, I'm still really, really grateful I was able to see them when I did. Like, if I hadn't gone, I would absolutely regret that now. With things being the way they are. So I'm not gonna show the CD, since it's gonna be the same as the other unit versions. For my postcard, I got Taemin! Ayo! So I got the group version, Taemin, Tin, and Lucas. So that's all the postcards I need. That's that crossed off. So that's really cool. Because the postcards I wasn't planning to trade if I didn't just pull bias line. So that's really awesome that I just pulled my bias line. Now we've got our folded poster. And these ID cards love to come out. Oh, I got Taemin's ID card too. So that's cool. And for the regular photo cards, let's see, we got the Kai and Tin unit card, which is super cute. I got Baekhyun again, didn't I? I sure did get Baekhyun again. And last but not least, we have our trio of Mark, Baekhyun, and Lucas. And the only thing that is a shame of them having an odd number of members and having 3 members in this last unit is that each of the members in this unit is gonna get less pictures than the ones in the duo. Like, mathematically, that's just how it shakes out. Because I don't imagine they printed more pages in just this version to try and even it out. Yeah, I don't love that we have repeat images, but I don't think there's that many of them, which is good. Mark. Baekhyun. One of my friends said that SuperM is basically just the American version of NCT, featuring SHINee and EXO members, and they're not really wrong, to be honest. Because, I mean, over half of the group is NCT, really. Which, I'm actually really excited for the NCT 2020 stuff. I know there was a lot of mixed feelings about that, but I wasn't a fan of NCT when NCT 2018 happened. I checked out the songs because I'm SM trash at heart. Girls' Generation were the first K-pop group I ever listened to. SHINee were one of the first boy groups I liked. I like most of the music SM makes. So even when I don't stan their groups, I still check out their albums. So I liked all the songs from NCT 2018, but I didn't have any conception of the members or the concept or anything. So I'm really excited to experience NCT 2020 now that I'm paying attention to everything. I think it'll be really fun. And I joined a group order that another one of my friends was doing on Twitter. So I'm hoping that that'll give me a better chance of getting Tin and Lucas's photo cards. Because with 23 members in NCT 2020, your chances of just pulling the members you want are not very likely. but I will still be doing an unboxing of those when those come in. Oh, that's exactly the same picture as the postcard. That's a little bit underwhelming. I just realized that. Lucas is really pretty too. Like, I went into SuperM literally not knowing anything about Lucas. It was literally just, okay, he's the one member in this group I know nothing about. And, like, as soon as I started watching variety stuff with Lucas and, like, seeing his personality, I was like, oh, I'm gonna bias him. Because he's, like, exactly the type of member that I usually bias. And sure enough, like I said, I came here just for Taemin, who isn't even my bias in Shiny, and left with 2 NCT/wavy biases. So, for the postcard, doesn't matter who I pull because I already got all the versions I would want to collect. Oh, there's a different group version. Oh, well, that's even more fun. So I may not have had the best luck with the member photo cards, but I had really good luck with the postcards. I got 2 group versions and my SuperM bias line. And then for this ID card, I got the same one of Taemin, so I did get a duplicate there. I don't know yet if I'm going to try and trade those or just sell the extra ones or just keep the ones I got. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I didn't really decide anything about this album ahead of time. I just kind of winged it. And then we've got our poster and our unit photo card. Mark's pink hair was so gorgeous. It's such a shame that's not in the photo book, really. Maybe it'll be in the NCT 2021, though. And then the member photo card. Oh, I think I know whose I got. Oh, I got Taeyong's, which I have pulled a lot of Taeyong photo cards for SuperM. I think I ended up with 2 or 3 of his photo cards for my copies of the first mini album. But his signature is really pretty, and I love the little hearts he drew. Those are really pretty. So I didn't get any of my biases photo cards, other than the Taemin ID cards I got. But I did get everyone's postcards, so that was cool at least. And of course I have all the group and the unit cards, which is nice. So that is it for today's K-pop haul. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more unboxings or K-pop hauls like this one, you can check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.